going to be an incredible treat. This is a dear friend and a very, very, very selfless man. His contributions to this actually taking place have been invaluable. This was a presentation that was given yesterday, and I'm not joking, I had tears in my eyes, and that's how powerful this is. There's really no way to put a price on how valuable this man's opinion is, so without further ado, this is Dr. Dan Edmonds.
Our society is ill, but it sought to pathologize any who would dare react to it. It offers its entertainments, its technology, psychiatric drugs to keep us numb and apathetic, to ignore the injustices and disparity that's around us. This movement is the awakening from this numbness and apathy. It's the recognition of these social ills. It is the restoration of a sense of community where we can break down barriers between ourselves and come together to realize our common humanity and struggle. Many people are in distress, financially, emotionally, and the root cause is oppression. Persons and families are overwhelmed by the feeling of just barely surviving. Too many people live in this state of struggle for survival while corporations and the very wealthy continue to profit and prosper on the backs of these persons. In Pennsylvania, within the last year, 400,000 manufacturing jobs have been eliminated. Every school district has had cuts. The Bethlehem area school district had to eliminate 44 teachers. Firefighter layoffs have occurred in Scranton, Harrisburg, Lancaster, Johnstown. Unemployment near 10% in Lackawanna County. So it's no wonder that people break down as society has placed such a burden upon them. And for many young people who want to pursue education, they're left with two choices. Either they enter the military and they fight the wars for the privilege, or they endure heavy debt for the rest of their lives. Nearly 51 million Americans do not have health insurance. And some corporations are paying nearly no taxes, and whenever there is cuts in services, it's always the working class who suffer. There have been nearly $1 billion in cuts in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania in education, while 70% of corporations use the Delaware loophole to escape taxes. A worker at McDonald's is lucky to make $8 an hour, while the CEO makes over $4,000 per hour. And we all have endured locally the horrendous Kids for Cash scandal, where judges profited off the incarceration and emotional destruction of hundreds of our youth. It's greed that shackles people, and we are a nation based on freedom. But how can we be free when we're burdened by debt, working constantly, or having to worry about not working and seeing no job to come? How can we be free when we are led to great anxiety? How can we be free when 1% of the population holds more wealth than the other 99% combined? How can we be free when our choices are taken from us and prosperity comes only to a privileged few? It should not be that you have to have the money to win, but if you do not, you lose in everything, be it education, healthcare, or just basic human rights. This is our time of liberation. This is what this movement is about, to remove the shackles, to break free, and in this freedom to come together and forge community again. For us to realize the oppression of the other and to do all that we can to improve the lives of ourselves and of our fellow humanity. Now, be it cosmetic surgery or psychiatric drugs, some unfortunately seek to escape the realities of the human condition. We have been told that it's not disparity, it's not injustice that causes mental distress, it's a chemical imbalance. And we have a pill for that. So there's no need to change anything in society, just be numb. We're told that the reason why people are out of work or must work harder and harder is because they are not as successful as the 1%. Ignore the fact that the doors of opportunity were shut long ago. And it would be as if we held a 5-mile race and we declared the winner of this race after giving them a 4-mile head start, and we call all the other runners poor athletes and losers because they did not win the race. There's a need to restore true democracy rather than for us to have to choose between this candidate propped up by these corporations and that candidate propped up by these other corporations. We have been lied to so often and sadly mystified. Many fail to see the exploitation that occurs every day, and some want to keep it that way. Let us recognize the injustices, the disparity, the inequality, and the need for each of us to truly be free. Let us unite our minds, our voices, our hearts in a common struggle, knowing that in our journey together, we will make a difference. Our freedom is near. And everyone who is participating in this movement can take pride in that they have awakened. They have decided to be aware and not to sit back and accept their oppression and that of their neighbor. Everyone participating is part of ideas that cannot be ignored, a vision that will lead to a powerful, powerful plan to change our course. Thank you.